Now, another skill that you should develop in the results section is referring to the results in the figures and tables, not just announcing that they are there. Do this by referring to the figures and tables in parentheses. Let's look at an example where this is not done very effectively. The concentration of zinc in group C and in the control group is shown in figure 1. Okay, so this example is just simply announcing this is what's in figure 1. It's not really telling us anything useful. How could we do it better? We could say something like this. Zinc concentration was lower in group C than in the control group, figure 1. So what I've done here is I've given a result and then told the readers where they could see the figure that contains that result. So do you see the difference between announcing and incorporating the reference to the figure in a result? This slide is adapted from a post I saw on Twitter from the Dynamic Ecology blog. It says, quick quiz. Let's imagine you are reading the results section of a manuscript. Which of these is the most useful / interesting / compelling / informative? Choice number 1. Figure 2 shows the relationship between infection and lifespan. Choice number 2. Our experiment on the relationship between infection and lifespan found unambiguous results. Figure 2. Choice 3. Including infection treatment as a predictor improved model fit for lifespan. Statistics and figure 2. Choice number 4. Infected hosts lived, on average, half as long as uninfected hosts. 20 days versus 40 days. Statistics, figure 2. So I think most people are going to choose number 4. Choice number 4 is the most skillfully done result sentence. It's interpreting the results in the context of the experiment and referring to the figure in the same sentence. Whereas choice number 1 is simply announcing it. Choice number 2 is giving some information that's not useful whatsoever. And choice number 3 is just making a statement about the procedure. Now, we mentioned statistical support in that last slide. Make sure that you do not present the statistical support as if it were the result itself. So the statistic, like a p-value, for example, is not the result. It is supporting the result. Now, I mentioned earlier when we were looking at learning objectives that you need to not repeat materials and methods in the results section. When authors do that, usually the reason is that they're trying to give some context for the result they're about to tell. Instead of repeating materials and methods, what I recommend to do is use this repeating pattern. Briefly tell the purpose or background of the experiment, and then give an overview of the experimental approach, but not materials and methods details. And then give a results and an interpretation if necessary, which is the answer to the objective, but do that without going into discussion. So again, the interpretation needs to be explaining the result in the context of the experiment, but not explaining the result in the context of the research question.